What's going on, everybody? This is John J Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Indiana State Dynasty here on College Hoops 2K8, arguably the deepest franchise mode ever created. We find ourselves here getting ready for our opening game, and we find ourselves going on the road for our first game of the season, where we'll be taking on the Bulldogs of Butler, where at the time they were a Horizon League team. Now, that being said, between us and Butler, so I thought that Butler was head and shoulders above everybody in the Horizon, but I'm looking at the overall stats for this Butler team, and they actually aren't that much better than we are. Butler is going to be a 78 overall team, although they are very good at shooting and just putting points up on the board, while we, on the other hand, I don't know what to expect. It could be a little bit mismatched because we do seem like we could struggle defensively, but I am intrigued to see how this game goes. I'm hoping that, after I got used to the game a little bit off screen, maybe it's a little bit more competitive, and maybe, dare I say it, maybe we can come out here and maybe we can come out and beat the Butler Bulldogs. So, that being said, hope you guys are excited for this video. If you are, make sure you go ahead, smack that like button, hit that subscribe button as well if you do happen to be brand new to the channel. Without further ado, I'll see you guys on the court taking on an in-state school in the Butler Bulldogs. Let's get it. Alright, boys, so welcome to the capital of the Hoosier State, where we make a trip to Hinkle Fieldhouse, where we're taking on the Butler Bulldogs, who are just coming off of their first win of the season, whereas for us, we are coming in season opener in a packed house ourselves. And we're very excited to jump into this action here, as we're taking a look at some of the key matchups to watch out for. Cassiano Dorgovic is the star for Butler, and is going to be up to Layden Baraselka, who won that starting job in fall camp, to try and contain him as much as humanly possible. So, should be an exciting one. Can't wait to jump into it, as here are your starting lineups. Our guys are featuring 3 seniors, including Justin Credible, who has made the adjustment and won that starting job as well. And let's go ahead and jump into the season opener here in the Hoosier State. And the tip-off is going to be won by your Indiana State Sycamores, as Justin Credible is going to look to go to work. He's going to sling the ball around, just trying to be patient offensively. I think that's what really hurt us in the Midnight Madness scrimmage, but Justin Credible gets a nice look from the corner. And that's how the first points are going to be scored today. So a 2-0 lead for the Indiana State Sycamores, as Justin Credible is going to be called for a goaltending. I thought he got that defensive rebound clean and fair. However, the refs do disagree. And so, with that being said, that's how Butler gets on the board, and they will quickly tie it up at 4 apiece before Butler's very next possession, where they do have a chance to take the lead for the first time today, but the ball is turned over. Ramos willing to get it to Baraselka, and it's good. Nice transition bucket, as Ramos really got that started, and we're also going to get the steal on the other hand. I really want to play that press defense. I really want to create some additional pressure and create some additional turnovers as well. Loved what I saw in this early going for sure. But even despite that, though, Butler is certainly hanging around, as the Butler Bulldogs are going to tie it up. Got a decent amount of offense here in the opening minutes of this ball game, as now Cleveland is going to move the ball around a little bit. Gets it out to Djokovic with the open three. Man, we got lucky with that one, but they left Ken Harris open, and he bangs it from the logo. Do not leave Ken Harris open. Do not be fooled. He may be a tall fella, but he can stroke it from deep. No diddy, as that will help Indiana State keep up with Butler. But Djokovic is going to get the nice assist there and give Butler their first lead of the day. 10 minutes left in the first half as they try to bust it inside to Frazier, and he will be called for the foul. Ken Harris, again, his first personal foul call. A lot of fouls for Indiana State Sycamores in the first half as they are already on the verge of putting Butler in the bonus, but just incredible can create some drawing of the defense as well. He gets the foul call, and he also gets the and one. So back up with it, 22 apiece, as that's a nice steal by Baraselka. Gets it to Ken Harris, who drives into the paint, and it's good. Ken Harris having himself a nice day coming off the bench. He's got 7 points, and he actually might be our leading scorer, as now we actually have a 2-point lead we can enjoy, as that's going to be John Phillips. That is going to extend the lead further. Nice mid-ranger danger, and that was certainly nothing but net. So a 2-point lead still for the Indiana State Sycamores as we try to get it inside to the freshman Chris Gentry. However, that's no good, but we're in transition as Clifford finds an open look just inside of the 3-point line, and it's a tie ball game now at 26 apiece. Going into the final 5 minutes of the first half as, oh no, Chris Gentry gets called for another goaltend. That 3-pointer was going to be off, but the freshman forward just got a little bit too aggressive with getting that rebound. However, JoJo Thompson had an open look from free himself. He can't put it in. Thankfully, Phillips is there for the offensive rebound and the putback. Still down by 1 though, and this is a major moment in the ball game as it looks like Butler is really starting to gain some momentum now. That was a really nice transition on the inside as well. As now, looking at a 3-point game here as Cleveland is going to move the ball around, get it to Sung Kazi, who gets it back out to Cleveland, back inside to Davenport, back out to Javokovic, and it's a hitter. He hits it, his first 3-pointer of the night, as Butler now has one of the bigger leads of the day. Sonkensi wants a bucket as well. It's no good. And Justin Credible gets his first rebound. Pushing it the other way. Inside to the freshman. Oh, he didn't get the and one. But he will have a foul called as Davenport had to take a seat for the rest of the first half. Speaking of that first half, we certainly had an exciting one happen right before our eyes. Only down by 1, even though we have not shot the ball very well. Only shooting 36% from the field in this first half. So if we could figure out a way to be more efficient, we could come out and win this. And that would be a nice win for our basketball team to start the season. And speaking of that second half, got the block, but then we forgot to get the rebound after that. Frazier still wants to get it in, and he won't. 3 attempts at the rim, and it's no good. We push it up quickly to Varand, who lays it in. And now Indiana State is showing the Butler Bulldogs that, hey, we are not to be messed with out in the Missouri Valley. Sonkensi with a 3-pointer. That's good. And Sonkensi is hitting it from all around the floor. He's got 11. And he helps Butler lift the lead. Wilkins wants another free. That's no good, though. Rebound by Baraselka, who's looking to get it inside, maybe to cutting John Phillips, who lays it up, and it is good. So 41-43 is now your score as Wilkins gets it inside. He misses the second time, and 3 times he had a chance at it. No good. Baraselka pulls from deep. That's no good. But Varant gets the rebound and draws a foul as well. Varant is going to be able to have a chance to tie, but only makes 1 of 2 free throws. However, he might redeem himself with the free. No good. He is short on that 3-point ball, even though he is a strength of his. Thought we're going to be able to possibly get away with, getting some free points there, but that was not the case, though, as Scott Smalls wants to push it up to Ramos, and Ramos, he can't lay it up there either. So here comes Butler again. Cleveland in the transition, looking it inside to Javokovic, and it's good. Another bucket for Butler. That's a bar right there, I'll tell you what. So key moment here once again for the Sycamores. We need a basket the other way. They're double teaming. We push it out to an open Varant, and he does not miss this time around. And that will help quiet down the crowd a little bit here at Hickle Fieldhouse. So 2-point lead still for the Butler Bulldogs as they have a chance to extend it further, but no good. Baraselka pushing the ball up, looking to get it to Scott Smalls. Smalls back to Baraselka, got Varant in the wing, bang! Another 3-pointer for Varant, and we might have another steal as well. Ramos inside to Ken Harris, who recently entered the game, and that one is good. Ramos with a nice job finding a cutting Ken Harris. And so for the first time today, the Indiana State Sycamores got a lead. Let's see what we can do with that lead though, as Justin Credible's going to cut it outside the Baraselka in the corner, and he gets that 3-pointer to go as well. He's got 5, able to hit his first 3-point jumper of the ball game, and it's now a 6-point difference. 59-53 is now your score in this one, as Djokovic trying to lead this Butler team back in it, as they're just moving the ball around, remaining patient. Djokovic cuts inside, he finds Frazier, who throws it down with authority, and that's gonna make it just a 4-point game. A couple of minutes later though, Kleeman is gonna hit it to Frazier on the outside, no good. Here comes the Sycamores, as Justin Credible is going to just wait for a guard to find Ken Harris, who is open out in that corner. Ken Harris is able to get that one to go down. And that will now make it 61-55. That was a nice bucket. So, 6-point lead for the Sycamores now, as Clifford is looking to cut it inside. He's blocked, but Frazier gets the rebound and pushes it out to Clifford, who hits the free. Thought we had a decent contest there, but it did not matter, as now Tyber Keehan, he's in the game for the first time in a minute. He'll find Phillips inside, and Phillips will hit both free throws as well. We're almost in the bonus, so kind of a changing of the guard here after, in that first half, we struggled to stay out of foul trouble. Now we're putting the pressure on Butler, as JoJo Thompson is going to be able to lay that one in. So now a 9-point lead for the Sycamores, the longest one of the day. Butler desperately looking for a score. Is going to find Clifford on the outside, cuts it back to Miles, and it's going to be some nice ball movement all around, but nowhere to go on the inside. Just making them work the rest of that clock, but we can't stay on our feet though. And Phillips has to come in, and he'll have his first foul of the day called on him. We are playing great defense the first 20 seconds or so. But yeah, we definitely messed up there. However, we do have an 8-point lead, though, as we cut it inside to Ramos, and he'll draw the foul as well. This is textbook for how you finish games off. Go inside, be patient with the ball, but Scott Smalls won the same thing. He gets blocked on the inside, and now it's a transition play, and it's an and one. Ramos was too aggressive with the block, and Butler gets that and one opportunity. Things starting to get a little bit tighter here now. 6-point game with less than 2 minutes left to play. Gentry is going to go to work on the low block, and there was never a double team that came around. And because there was no double team that came around, Gentry was easily able to take advantage. That being said, less than 10 seconds on the shot clock, trying to run some time off the clock. Butler's going to get a turnover and go the other way, and gets that one to fall. Cleveland, in a potentially losing effort, is going to have double-digit assists. However, the Bulldogs are going to look to make it interesting here. They got the rebound, finds Songensee in the wing, and it's good. 20 seconds left in this ball game, but we do at least force them to foul us, and we make both of our free throws. This turnover should do it, and it does. Indiana State is going to walk into Hickle Fieldhouse, and they will take down the Butler Bulldogs 76-71. And Justin Credible, the senior center, is going to be your player of the game. Alright boys, so listen, we did have Justin Credible named player of the game for our team, but with that being said, we had some good performances all around. Scott Smalls was our best player. He did struggle to shoot from the field today, but he did contribute in other ways, getting a few rebounds and a few assists. Allison Ferrant was doing a decent job of hitting the 3-point jumper. He hit 2 threes in this one. He ends up with 12 points and then also chipped in with a couple of steals as well. Bauika, Leighton Bauika, a senior small forward, the only non-custom in the starting lineup, had a steady performance even though he also struggled to shoot the ball. 7 points and 6 rebounds. Justin Phillips nearly shot 50% from the field. He had 9 points and 6 boards. He also had a couple of steals as well. Ramos, coming off the bench, though, actually led the team in rebounds in this one. He had double-digit rebounds. However, struggled to put the ball in the basket, though. 3 points, 3 assists, and a couple of steals. Ken Harris surprised me as well with 11 points. Thompson had 5. Gentry, 2 for 10 from the field. Love to see those scoring numbers get up, but he almost had double-digit rebounds as well. Only had 17 assists in the game. Love to try and build off of that moving forward, but I am more than happy with the fact that we are actually going to start our season 1-0. So I kind of want to see how we also did for the month of November, and actually things are going really smoothly so far. So first and foremost, we escape the North Texas game. North Texas has not won a single game, but man, were we really close to dropping this one? You know, we had to, make some key plays there towards the end. Found a way to get it done regardless. How about Balasika with a double-double, though? Went 11 points, 12 rebounds. You'll love to see that. Scott Smalls also led the team in assists. He had 6 assists in that particular game as well. John Phillips was kind of close to a double-double. And then Henry, Javion Henry, who didn't really play in that first game that you saw, did come off the bench and played some valuable minutes. He had 13 points and 4 rebounds. But then our first home game of the season was actually against Northern Illinois, and we looked a lot better in that Northern Illinois game. Just being at home felt really good. The Northern Illinois game, we end up blowing them out, and then we had 4 different guys get into double digits. Scott Smalls had a career day, 22 points, 16 assists, also had 4 steals as well. He was unstoppable. Balasika also continues his hot streak. He puts up 16. Phillips nearly has a double-double with 16 and 9 to go with that as well. And then once again, Javion Henry continues to show that if he's given opportunities, he can make some things happen. 10 points, 7 rebounds. Not bad for someone that I honestly did not expect to have that big of a role going into the season. And finally, we close out the month of November with a game against IPFW, and it was our best performance yet. IPFW, we blow out. We almost double up IPFW, to be honest. When you hold them to less than 50 points in a game, you know you're doing something right. And we also had 3 different guys end up getting into double digits. Scott Smalls, though, was not one of them. He did cool off from the Northern Illinois game, but he was a good distributor. Had 8 assists and also 3 steals in the game as well. He found guys like Allison Ferrant, who had 14 points and 5 rebounds. He found John Phillips, who put up another 15 points and 8 rebounds as well. He also found Ramos. My man Ramos, man, he was able to... we lost it for a second. Ramos, he came off the bench and looked pretty good as well. 16 points and 4 assists, so you do love to see that as well. He was the only, those were the 3 that did get into double digits, which I'm really surprised about because we did put up 89, but I'm also noticing our scoring is actually pretty balanced. Now, you guys are probably also wondering who I'm trying to get onto our squad, and there was a few different players that I definitely wanted to bring onto the team this year. So the big thing is that we are not going to have any wing players at the 3 next season, so I definitely wanted to bring in at least a couple of small forwards onto the team, and then also want to bring in a point guard for the future as well. So who we found was named Cranford. He's a senior from Cicero, Illinois. He's almost in that top 400. Right now his interest is at 100%, but it's going to be a close one between us and Eastern Illinois. I think we can win it out, but we're going to have to wait and see what happens with the next in-home visit. Hopefully he signs on to the team when the early signing period does start out. Another player that I also wanted to bring on was Dominic Ziri. Dominic Ziri's got decent size, 6'7", 222, and he's from Detroit, Michigan, but he is in that top 250, so this is a higher end 3-star guy that we're going after. Right now, he's at 93%, and he's also looking to possibly go to Buffalo as well, but we are trying to also make a late push for Dominic Ziri as well. Hopefully, we can surpass Buffalo in that signing period, or at least at the bare minimum, we can try and take it into the rest of the regular season. Finally, one more person that I am looking at for right now is Dyron Whitehead. Dyron Whitehead is a 6'2" guard from Chicago, Illinois, so he is a certified killer. He's got great athleticism, has A- athleticism. Got some work to do with Dyron Whitehead, but this recruiting battle is also far from over. Right now, it looks like it's going to be a 2-team race between us and Butler. Hopefully, seeing that we were able to take care of business against Butler in their building, could be a little bit of an incentive in the back of his mind to maybe come to us instead of going to Butler, who also really wants to bring this kid in as well. But next episode, what we will end up doing is that we will take on the Purdue Boilermakers on the road. Really excited to go into a Power 5 environment in the next episode. I'm really excited to see how we do, and maybe make sure that we saw that maybe that Butler game was not a fluke, that we are capable of playing at that higher level at all times. So I'm really excited for that episode. I hope you guys are also excited for that particular episode as well. We'll have the month of December as well in the next one, but I hope you've enjoyed the start of this series, because I've certainly enjoyed recording it. With that being said, guys, a couple of things that you could do to really lighten up my day a little bit is you can simply hit that like button. Lets me know that you're enjoying the content, as well as gets this video out to more college basketball fans like yourself. Plus, what you could also do as well, hit that subscribe button. You've had to be brand spanking new and having to like what you see. But with that being said, this is John J Gaming on the mic signing off, and hoping you guys are all out there having a good one. Take care, everybody.